Welcome to Shingyo Pre-Sectarian Buddhist Temple Sermon series. Today we will go over the 5 precepts, in other words, the 5 commandments of the Buddhism. According to the Buddha, he suggested 5 precepts for us so that we can actually respect these precepts to do right practice in our everyday life. Now, what are the 5 precepts? The first one is do not kill. The second one is do not steal. And third one, do not do sexual misconduct. And third one, do not make false speech. And third one, do not drink alcohol. Now, if you look at your life, can you respect these 5 precepts? Some people say, of course. I don't kill. Okay? I don't steal. I don't do sexual misconduct. I don't tell lie. I don't say anything stupid. And also, I don't drink. Well, but for some people, well, it might be difficult because I want to eat meat. That means somebody has to kill the animal, or I go for hunting and I will eat the meat. Or I'm drinking alcohol. Well, it's important for me drinking, because drinking is socialization. See, there are different situations of life. So Buddha didn't force anybody to actually definitely respect the 5 precepts. He actually suggested these 5 precepts so that everybody think these precepts in very realistic way, so that they can respect these 5 precepts as much as they can in their everyday life. And closely, if you look at this, these 5 precepts has a lot of ideas in it. You really cannot say, okay, I don't drink alcohol, so I'm fine. No. The do not drink alcohol means a lot. Okay? So you also have to think different values, ideas of these 5 precepts in very realistic way. Then you actually set your standard, the level that I'm really comfortable to do. I'm really comfortable to respect these 5 precepts. That is your starting point. Then sooner or later, you actually, getting more respecting the 5 precepts. Okay? And you will automatically, basically, because your mind and body and conscious are getting more purified. So naturally, you actually respecting 5 precepts. You will. But don't force yourself, because you have to be realistic. You have to continue your right practice in everyday life. The continuity is very important. If you push you to the edge from the beginning, you cannot maintain continuity, because sooner or later you had so much difficult time to continue, so you just give up on it. When you give up on it, that's it. But if you keep doing, as long as you keep doing, keep trying, you have a chance to achieve the final salvation. Okay? Don't punish yourself. Be realistic. Think these 5 precepts in your everyday life, and make sure certain level that you are comfortable. That's the starting point. Now, why I am saying that is a comfortable level of acceptance or respect of these 5 precepts, because if you're not comfortable, let's say, okay, I don't drink alcohol. The next day, your friend come. I say, hey, come on, let's have some good time, and good old friend. and you actually said, no, I don't do that because I don't drink alcohol. Okay? And you are not really enjoying. And not only that, other people are not really enjoying. Also, you feel bad about it. Not only like, okay, I didn't drink, so, but I don't think I really enjoy it. Or worst case, after a couple hours, your friends say, come on, just a glass of beer. And you say, okay, just a glass of beer, and you drink it, and you feel bad about it. If you feel bad about it, if you're not comfortable with it, you actually create own sufferings for no reason. Let's think about this case, right? You actually suffer yourself because you're not comfortable to do this kind of thing for your friends, and your friends are not comfortable. That's also suffering for them. And after you got a glass of beer and you feel so bad about it, and you want to really punish you actually say, okay, I violate. I'm a bad person. That is suffering. The 5 precepts supposed to be, used to eliminate suffering. If you respect 5 precepts, your life will not create suffering. That's what the Buddha was, thinking about. But when you go to the extreme way, when you ignore the realistic, your lifestyle, then you actually decide something you shouldn't decide. Then you create your own sufferings. Ridiculous. That's why you have to be realistic and think what will be the level that you accept comfortably. Then that is a starting point. No one say, even the Buddha say, you respect 5 precepts immediately. Now, I don't think he said that. He suggested these precepts are really good for you if you continue right practice, and sooner or later you will respect it because he did it. He knew it. You can trust him. Okay? So again, think very realistic way. And don't be too extreme. That means don't create additional suffering for no reason. Okay? Also, don't compare to others. For example, okay, my friend, he can respect all 5 precepts, but me, I have only 4. Don't compare. You are yourself. See, the Buddhism is very independent orientations. You achieve the final salvation. Only you can achieve your own final salvation. No one can save you. So you have to be realistic. I respect 4 now, but this is something I'm really comfortable. So I don't create my own suffering. But sooner or later, I'll be fine with 5. That be your confidence. That keep you going. Right? Okay. Again, don't feel bad because you're feeling bad, you neglect that, then that will be suffering. Okay. Now, what I'm saying it is not only also being realistic is the Buddha's intention, but also if you think about the middle path approach, you have to be middle. You really have to see your lifestyle, and you may have to go beyond that. For example, my friend, he's a distribution person. He's actually a buyer. So he has so many meetings. Of course, he has so many company socialization opportunities. So it's really tough for him to just quit drinking for his business. But what he did is that he actually decided he drink only for the meeting, for the business meeting. In Japan, of course. But he stopped drinking in his house. That is a cool thing. And he actually eliminate the alcohol intake in the, and he actually enjoy a a few glass of beer in the meeting and that's it. And he doesn't get drunk. He didn't feel bad about it. He was comfortable because he can control it. He can control himself. See, he feels really comfortable and he's really happy. He knows he's doing right practice because he knows he's controlling himself. He drinks a few glasses of beer. And that's his acceptance. But at the same time, he promised that he doesn't go beyond that. He doesn't do anything stupid. And he stopped drinking in his house. I think that's pretty much respecting, do not drink alcohol of one of the 5 precepts. Also, some people eating meat. The person loves meat. Okay. Well, by the way, Buddha was not vegetarian, so he ate meat, but he didn't kill the animal. So same thing. The person was eating meat, but the person didn't kill the animal, but the person didn't feel good about it. But, that's his favorite. So he just cannot be vegetarian immediately. So he actually, starts showing respect and appreciation to the meat. Every time you get meat, you actually, gasho style, and he said, thank you. Appreciate. And I will eat with my mercy. He eats. The funny thing? His meat intakes getting lower and lower. And he ate less amount of meat. At the same time, he told me he really enjoying eating meat. He really comfortable to eat meat because he showed his maximum respect to the meat and he didn't overeat. And he actually think about souls of animals. I think he is actually respecting do not kill of one of the 5 precepts. Okay? Now, the point here is not only explain, the 5 precepts, but also I'm just explaining how you can actually respect the 5 precepts. Now, let's talk about each of them, how I interpret do not kill, do not steal. But do not kill. Well, of course you don't kill anything, but even though you're vegetarian, you're still killing the life or the plant. That means whenever you actually eat, okay, whenever you live, maybe you're actually walking, maybe you step on the ant, you didn't notice, you kill the ant. That means you have to be always showing appreciation, respect to everything. You actually be merciful all the time. That will actually, satisfy, do not kill. Protect animals, protect plants. But at the same time, you eat plant, you eat meat, but with appreciation, respect. Okay? Of course, you don't kill people. You're not going to kill yourself. But most of the time, killing is actually relating to the, eating. Now, do not steal. Well, of course, you don't steal, other people's money or, goods. At the same time, don't steal other people's time. So when you make an appointment, you respect the time so that you don't steal other people's time. You don't steal other people's good feeling by being nasty. See, stealing is not only about stealing money, stealing things, no, stealing emotions, stealing, spirituality, stealing time. See, just don't steal anything. That means, again, you have to be really merciful. You actually should be tolerant. You have to show appreciation. Same things will satisfy, do not steal. Do not do sexual misconduct. Same thing. If you Of course, you are not gonna, do the sexual misconduct. But if you make love, you focus on it, right? You actually show the maximum respect to your partner. Not only be merciful, but love them, accept them. It's an exchange of the best feeling of each other. It's a great time to share such feelings. Again, being merciful, being tolerant, being a nice person, showing appreciation will satisfy. Do not do sexual misconduct. Do not make false speech. Now, false speech is something you say something stupid, you lied, you insult. That's a false speech. But telling lie can be something good. For example, if I go to the hospital to meet the person who is dying, even though obviously I could see the person is dying, but I'm not gonna be honest in front of the person. Say, hey, you're dying. Maybe you're gonna die today because you don't look so bad. So good. You look horrible. Well, being honest like this will hurt people. So in this situation, I intentionally make false speech. I intentionally lie to the person. Hey, you look better than yesterday. Why not? That is something like compassion. So again, false speech is something you actually hurt the people, insult people, damage the people. It's not about being honest all the time. That means merciful. You have to be merciful. You have to be tolerant. You have to be smart, spiritually smart. Okay, to satisfy, do not make false speech. We used to say, your word, every single word you actually express has soul. So even though you didn't mean anything, but something, the word from out of your mouth may have a power that you cannot control. Sometimes say, oh, I didn't mean it. Well, okay, you didn't mean it, but your word were taken in that way. That means word had soul to actually deliver the meaning that you didn't mean. See? So you really have to be really careful when you speak something, when you say something. Think about them. Be merciful, be tolerant. Do not drink alcohol. It's not alcohol only. Alcohol is actually a symbol of anything intoxicate you. Drugs, entertainment, food, your hobbies. Everything actually damage your spirituality, damage your family relationship. Is actually, represented by alcohol. So you really have to make sure, okay, you are on the right track. That means if you are merciful, if you put yourself on the middle path, and also if you're tolerant, you will satisfy. Do not drink alcohol. Now you know that. What Buddha suggested is not just you respect 5 precepts completely. No, he said, well, I suggest these are very important things to make your life good and spiritual. But at the same time, he has confidence in us to satisfy these 5 precepts because he believes that if we respect his teachings and practice and do right things in our everyday life, we will be merciful, we will be tolerant, and we will be showing appreciations. So if you always showing appreciation, be merciful, and also you actually learning a lot of Buddhism things, and you actually act as a student of the Buddha, then you naturally and correctly satisfy 5 precepts. You can trust on this word. You will naturally and correctly satisfy the 5 precepts. Okay? Again, naturally means being realistic. Don't create unnecessary sufferings just by being an extreme. Correct? Okay? Alright, so I think you understand, what the meaning of the 5 precepts and condition to satisfy 5 precepts. And if you have questions, please send me a message and I will answer you personally. Thank you very much for listening to this sermon. May the Buddha be with us all.